Hello and welcome everyone to the Be Better podcast. I am your host, Ralph Fasalo here, and joining me on a Fitness Friday, CZ, last name, Constant.
Fit.
Fit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Welcome. Everybody jump in. We're about to start in a couple of seconds. All right. Thank you guys. Welcome to today's episode. We're going to be talking about last week. We talked about the no excuses diet, right? How to get fit even if you're on a budget. We talked about eggs, tuna, pretty much anything as long as you're tracking and looking at the back of the labels, drinking the right water, things like that. Today, we're going to be tackling mostly what you should be doing on a daily basis to help the diet, right? Because it's not, you can't do it. It goes hand in hand.
That's right.
Right. So on today's episode, we're going to be doing something called the No Excuses Fitness Routine. Even if you've only got 30 minutes a day to devote to it, it's something that you should be constantly doing because consistency is what pays off. Stay tuned. All right. So to get started, what I want to discuss is first some of my challenges. You know, CZ's already at a different level. I think you said last time you were starting since you were 10 years old on your
15.
fitness journey. 15?
Yep.
Okay. So
I'm on 12 years now.
okay, cool. So I as a dad, 2 kids, I was definitely playing a lot more sports before. Things changed, and you know, sometimes you think that let's not lie, right? We make excuses, right? Things happen. Say, hey, you know, I got to spend more time with the family, prioritize other things, business, things come up. And COVID came around, and I'm sure everybody gained weight during COVID, right? We were all stuck at home, eating Uber Eats, whatever, right? You didn't want to go out, right? So you just kept ordering food, pizza, wings, you name it, right? And the thing is, if you're not active and if you're not watching the diet, those two things are basically like a snowball effect. It just keeps going downhill. And next thing you know, you're 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. So as we start this fitness journey with myself, I'm already down about 5 pounds. I've been doing obviously a lot of extra things to get down to the level that I want to be at, but I'm not there yet. But I'm going to talk about some of the things that I'm applying. And then CZ, if you want to jump in and correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to give 2 perspectives. Obviously, we're both in a different path. You're way ahead of me in terms of fitness level. So I want to discuss what you think is going to work and what I have seen work for myself as well. All right. So one of the things that I noticed is when you guys are trying to reach your goal weight, it's simply not enough to just do one workout, and especially if you're not dieting properly. Because if you're not dieting properly, you can easily go above your calories. For instance, if you eat a lot of rice, if you put an extra scoop of rice, I think it's easy to go 300, 400, 500 calories over. And believe me or not, it might taste very good, but in order to burn 300, 400, 500 calories of rice, I think on a basis, if you do a really hard workout, you burn maybe 400 or 500 calories per hour. So your whole loss that you were trying to do is gone down the window if you eat that extra portion of rice. So it could be very easy. It could be a donut, a chocolate bar, whatever. So that's why you have to help yourself, especially when you're at a deeper level and trying to get to your goals. So one of the things that I've been doing is F45. F45 is something that CZ started doing. I started seeing him that he used to go to that. And the reason why it's been effective, and I'm not saying you have to join them. No sponsorship. We're not sponsored by F45. Don't want you to say anything like that. But shout out to what is called high intensity interval training. That's basically allows you to get something done in a very short window, short period of time. And it keeps your heart rate up the whole day, allowing you to burn calories throughout the whole day. And it's also going to increase your muscle because usually it's very explosive. If you do those two right, you're going to see a lot of gains and you're going to see the waistline dropping pretty quickly. I think one of the biggest keys to if you're short on time is high intensity interval training. What are your thoughts, CZ?
I think this is a great recommendation because that's what I used to do for many years, especially for those who watched the first episode. So I discussed where I came from, which is Haiti. So this is gonna be like a refresher for them. But for those who are just joining, so I was living in Haiti. This is where I grew up before I came here. So this is the type of exercise I was doing the whole time because we don't have access to gyms like people here in America do, you know? So I was at home on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. I was doing hit workouts every time. So every day was a workout, like at least 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes every time, every day, week after week. That's what I was doing until I moved to the States when I started going to a gym and lifting more weights.
Okay, awesome. So basically, you've been doing that for a while, and you then agree then that that's one of the best ways to do it. So let's say we don't have any cash, right, and things are tight. The economy's going downhill. You know, we're not talking politics right now, but things are tight, right? We go to the grocery store. You know, we look at a pack of eggs. I like to buy grass free range eggs, the brown ones. They're like $9, $10. Unless you go to Costco, they're like $7. But it's a lot. And not everybody has $250 to join a class to do high intensity interval training.
Hmm.
But we're trying to make this for everybody, right? What do you do as far as, and we're going to definitely drop a workout, especially stay tuned. That's going to be very effective. But let's just say someone's tuning in and they don't have a lot of cash. They could either do it in the morning or at night. What do you recommend? There's so many things to do, right? You can do jump rope, burpees. You know, you can probably go on YouTube and find a routine.
Hmm.
What is going to give people like the biggest results in your experience?
It's hard to say it's gonna give somebody the biggest results, but it's something that you can stick to and be consistent with that's gonna give you results over time. You know, so because everybody has different body types, they're at a different level, as you were saying before. Like we're not all in the same level right now. Like you might have more body fat percentage than me, so things like this, there's a lot of things that come that you have to factor. But when you're doing certain exercise over time, then it's gonna give you results over time, so you got to stay consistent. So as you mentioned, it can
Yeah.
be like anything body weight, such as push-ups. It can be squats. It can be sit-ups, like abs, doing abs or core workout. You know,
Yeah.
like little things. So it does, like, especially in the morning, it doesn't have to be anything long, unless you're a morning person and you want to kick off your day with your workout, so you don't have to do it in the evening. Then you can do a full workout in the morning. But when you just get up, something as easy as doing 20 sit-ups consistently every day of the week is gonna get you somewhere over time,
Well,
you
okay.
know?
Got it.
And it doesn't have to stay to 20. That's just an example. So you can go higher than that. You can say, okay, today I'm gonna do two sets of 20, which is gonna be 40. The next day you're gonna do like 60, you know, and depending on how much time you have as well. And you can break it down. Like if you do 20 in the morning, in the evening when you come back home before you shower or something like this, you can quickly do another 20, you know, and
Yeah.
they add up, you know. So that's gonna be 40 for the day. You can do like 40 in the morning, in the evening you do another 40. That's 80 that you're doing. And this is how you keep improving day after day, because you don't want to, being consistent doesn't mean that you have to be complacent. So if you're doing 20, doesn't mean that you have to keep doing 20, because at some point your body's just gonna get used to the 20. It's just gonna feel like a breeze and it's not gonna give you the desired effect. So you want to keep improving every time. So this is
Right.
something as easy, like 10 push-up in the morning, you start at 10, and next day you try 20. You do 20 in the morning. If you don't have enough time, you do 10. And then in the evening when you come back, you do 10, you do 20. You just add up to it, you know?
Got it.
So these are some simple things that people can do.
Now, for one of the biggest tips that I know is I follow somebody named Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson. Have you heard of him, CZ?
No, I haven't.
So I think he's Canadian. He's a psychologist, and he studies people's success habits. And one of the things that people do is we associate going to the gym as being successful, right? But what happens if you don't have the time to go to the gym or anything like that? He talks about in success having something called a minimum daily goal, right? So let's
Hmm.
just say your perfect ideal goal is to go to the gym, right? Drink your protein shake, eat a healthy meal. But let's say you break one of those things. Most people, what they do is, you know what? They'll just say, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and start tomorrow, right? Like,
Hmm.
oh, you know what? Today I messed up. I'll just go tomorrow. I'll do it right tomorrow, because they think that everything has to be exactly right.
It will
So what
never be
he talks
perfect.
about is having a minimum daily goal that you do not break no matter what. It could be exactly what you said. It could be 10 push-ups a day. Something that no matter what happens, you have to do.
That's
The
right.
thing that I've been, yeah, the thing I've been implementing, and it's super easy. You could even do it with your family, is going on an hour walk, right? Oh, wow, an hour. Oh, man, that's a lot of commitment. But if you're going to do something, right, instead of going to, the mall, you can go to the mall, walk around there. You can go to a park, walk around there. If you're in New Jersey watching this, you can go to American Dream. I think it's big enough to walk around the whole mall a couple times. It's very big. So you have places that you can easily walk. You can take your family. You could even take a lot of people for a walk. Talk amongst, it's like it's a fun thing. It doesn't have to be, something like HIIT workouts. So I walk usually in the morning, or if I haven't hit it in the morning, I'll take my kids out. We'll go to a nice place to walk. We have a river walk by the area here in Tampa. Riverwalk is beautiful, nice place to walk right there. I do sometimes have to be careful because they have grass-fed ice cream there. So I do have to be careful there. But other than that, walking is something that I've been implementing, especially if I miss my F45 workouts or don't play soccer or volleyball. Want to add to that?
Yes, only one thing I would add to that is the fact that sometimes people may misunderstand walking and be too casual with it. You know, it's not like a, the way I see walking to be efficient in fitness is
Yeah.
that it needs to be active. It's not a nice walk with your girlfriend hand in hand, just looking around, taking a good breath and thing. This is good for your health, for your mental health too. But if you're trying to get calories out of it, you actually need to be active. It
Right.
needs to be an active walk.
Okay. Got it. So you're saying not just like a stroll. You're saying like try to
E-
make it a little bit more,
exactly.
so get that heart rate a little bit up.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. That makes total sense. Now, for those of us who are would you agree that when you're already kind of getting to the point where you have a lot more muscle developed, lower percentage of body fat, it's easier to maintain, easier to eat more, right? Because muscle burns more than fat. Burns more calories than fat does. Would you agree with that?
Totally.
Okay. So let's just say, for example, people are out there struggling, you know, 20% body fat, 30% body fat. That the thing that you mentioned earlier, between dieting and fitness goals. how much harder does someone have to work if they want to get to a certain level? Like, let's say, drop 10 pounds of body fat. Do you think?
How much they have to work?
Yeah.
Well, I'm personally gonna say at least 6 workouts a week, at least, and minimum 30 minutes.
Okay. So minimum 30 minutes. Could it just be a 30-minute walk?
No, no, it has to be something more intense on your body that will stress your muscles and all of that to
Okay.
make you, yeah, because you need to get that metabolism working.
Yeah. Now, the only reason that I say to walk, right, at least every day as a minimum daily goal is the whole point. I'm taking business principles as well that I learned elsewhere, right? You want to always try to build a habit. And the reason
Hmm.
why you should walk every day isn't because it's the best workout ever, even though it is a very good way to burn fat because you're not burning muscle. What you're doing is you're developing a habit, right? If you're
Yeah.
doing something enough time, I think it's 27 days in a row, you create a habit.
Hmm.
And now that you have that habit of walking every day or doing something that you love or something that's very minimal, very easy to accomplish, you don't even have to dress up. You can wear your pajamas early morning, go for a stroll, right? But you're starting to build a habit. Once you build that habit, now you can easily add another habit, maybe another 20 push-ups when you get back home
Hmm.
and start that process. But if you're never showing up, it's very hard to just go from 0 to 100,
So to
right?
add on what you just said, the fact that you mentioned a habit initially, like what you're creating as well, is a mindset that you're getting into. You
Right.
see, like for example, like you mentioned before, some people will go to the gym one day and then the next day they'll be like, I don't feel too good today. Let me go tomorrow, or let me
Mm,
start tomorrow, you know? So once you get in that rhythm, let's say you go on a walk for like 30 days, you're
yeah.
already in the mindset to work it where it fits in your schedule. You know you're gonna do it no matter what. You like it, you see results, then you're gonna keep going. It's gonna be ingrained in you, it's gonna be part of you. So this is why you're gonna see a lot of people like going to the gym daily. They're not gonna miss it. In a way, it becomes a culture where they so like in the mindset is so ingrained in them that it's such an easy thing for them. Like they don't have to think about it twice. It's 5 p.m. Okay, I'm going to the gym no matter what. Somebody calls me, I'm at the gym right now. This is how it goes. So that habit that you're talking about is gonna develop that mindset that will lead to that discipline that will keep you consistent in your workout.
Got it. Yeah, man. Mindset is everything because without it, you're looking at an ability to that's easy. Working out is not something that comes easy to people, right? Everybody likes to be human beings generally are lazy, right? That's why we invent things to make our lives easier,
To make
right?
things
We
easier.
right? We built a remote control so we don't have to click on the buttons. We created a car so we don't walk. We do things to make things easier. But there's one thing that cannot artificial intelligence cannot take over is your fitness. That's
Yeah.
one thing that whoever has the money or whatever, you do not have the ability to take over someone cannot work out for you.
Yeah.
So that's why mindset is so important because it's very easy to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here myself, some of my struggles, I play soccer, I try to play twice a week. I do my F45 workouts. I do volleyball on Sundays, every other Sunday. And it still sometimes feels like it's not enough. So that's why I had to start implementing the minimum daily activity. That minimum daily activity has gotten me the most results in the last couple of weeks because if you are not able to hit your ideal day, you still have a minimum daily goal to fall back on to at least hit some of your progress.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I also started doing something called the keto diet. We talked about diets in the first video. If you missed it, go back in my
Go
channel.
watch
It's
it. It's
right there.
live.
Yes, that's right. After the live, though. And as far as the keto diet, the reason I like it is because you see, CZ and we're in a different stage. So as far as why I started doing the keto diet, I wanted to make my body into a fat burning machine, right? And keto, what it does is you're turning your body from a glycogen dependent body that runs on sugar and carbs, and you're turning it into something that burns fat, right? Through a process with ketones. And if you have a lot of fat, well, you need to be in a fat burning mode. So I'm not saying it's something that I'm going to do forever, but once I get into a target goal and have enough muscle, that's when I plan on maybe switching the diet. If I, because I am probably going to miss ice cream. Not going to deny it. But it's something that's more aggressive, helps me burn fat, especially when I'm working out, because now it's going to be burning mostly the fat, not muscle, not glycogen, right? So at least try to get in that minimum daily goal. It could be a jump rope activity for 10 minutes a day. It could be a walk like I do. It can be, riding a bike. A lot of people like to ride bikes. It's something that's fun to do. And it doesn't have to be boring. It can be something literally walking, listening to a podcast, listening to an audiobook, listening to music. And if you like to talk on the phone, you can also just talk with someone on the phone. So that is something that I think is a game changer. Having the ability to hit a minimum daily goal, like Jordan Peterson put it, I think is going to produce a lot of results, because at the end of the day, if you're not doing it consistently, you're going to quit. Right? So that's what I feel as part of the missing ingredient for a lot of people that are in that beginning stages, is never missing that minimum daily activity. You have to build the habit first, is from what I've seen as the biggest struggles with a lot of beginners in their fitness journey.
And I hope everybody takes that advice. And just to add a little bit on that, and to go back on what I mentioned last episode, is this. So this is what you're gonna need for sure. So to keep you accountable, like you have us right here, we can keep you accountable. But to hit your goals, you need this right here. This is how you track every single day. So sometimes I'll just look at my watch and I'm supposed to burn 1,500 calories for the day, and I look at it, I'm at 800. I gotta find something to do. Even if I did my workout, I did 700 calories in my workout, and I didn't hit my goal, I'm gonna do something extra. So tracking is important. Hitting that daily goal is important, and having a goal in mind is the key to keeping you consistent as well.
Love it. Love it. Shout out. Yeah, man. Consistency. I think he should sell Apple Watches. Who agrees?
It's not only Apple Watches. They have the new ones right now. The Whoop, I think.
Oh, the Whoops.
They're partnering with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think Fitbit does those things too, right?
Yep. Fitbit. I
There's
used to
many
have one of
fitness
those.
devices
Yeah.
out there right now.
Yeah.
And they even got a ring you can put on your finger as well that will track you too.
Awesome. Awesome. So get yourself a fitness tracker. It's going to help you a lot. Quick tip. How do you use your fitness tracker?
This one right here.
Yeah.
So I use it in workout and out of workout. So for example, right now it has three different things on this. So it has the stand, the workout time, and the calories, which you can set. So for example, calories, you can set it to whatever calories you want to burn for the day. So that's gonna help you keep track of it, and it shows you the ring to show you where you at every stage of the day. And same thing for exercises. When you're exercising, it's gonna show you the level of effort you're doing. So that means if you're slacking, you can see easily where you at in your workouts. Maybe you need to pick up the pace. Maybe you need to do better. So you can track all of that live, pretty much. So
Yeah. Awesome.
very important tools.
I have one. I never wear it. I got to start doing that.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
100%. So now we talked about fat loss, right? Now let's get to the part where, all right, let's say you want to build some muscle while you're burning fat. You can't just walk anymore. So one of the things that I've been doing is trying to figure out what's the minimum equipment that you need to start really gaining some muscle. I'm doing about 100 push-ups a day, and it gets to a point where your chest stops developing. You need heavier weight.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest thing that I've seen is if you guys go to Facebook Marketplace, all you need is a bench and those adjustable dumbbells from Bowflex. Um, if you get a used one, it's not going to cost you much. You don't have to ever sign up to a gym anymore. You can do squats. You can do with a bench. You can do chest press, incline press, decline press, shoulder press, back rows. You can do deadlifts. You can do squats. There's pretty much everything you can do now. If you want to go another route, Planet Fitness, I believe, is everywhere, and I think it's like $10 a month, if I'm not
$10.
mistaken. I,
Yep.
I I do EOS Fitness. It's very similar. Um, I mean, listen, if you can't afford $10, there's going to be another video on how to make money over here, and I can definitely help you guys out. Um,
Key.
but yeah, I mean, $10, right? You're probably buying a bag of chips every day, other day.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop eating that. You're good to go. But those are so what are some of those workouts, CZ, that if you want to, be a well-rounded body, you should be hitting if you have a dumbbell set or, maybe a gym membership?
Oh, it's so much. It's just
These are,
that.
I want to make it simple. So what are some of
So
those simpler
so
ones?
yeah. So something very simple is, for example, for somebody that is starting with what I mentioned before, you're starting with push-ups, you're starting with regular squats, body weight squats, you're starting with a core. So you can literally progress with those by adding weight. So you start with body weight, then you start adding weight to it. So for example, if you are doing push-ups, then you can transition to bench press. So this is very simple. Just if you have dumbbells, you can do bench press with
Mm,
dumbbells. You can do it with the barbell, which is the long bar. So that's pretty much like body weight in itself is fundamental to actually lifting, because you're gonna get form from body weight, and you can get coordination as well and flexibility. So that way you can transition into lifting heavier stuff. And this is why even though like sometimes you will see when people go straight to lifting without experiencing body weight cycles, they will start you with lower weights,
got
something
it.
that you can handle, that's pretty much close to your body weight. Once you
Yeah.
start pushing, when it starts getting heavier, once you start lifting things that are heavier than your body.
Okay. I love that. I
Yeah, so
really
this
like
is
that.
great transition right there.
I love that. So start off with body weight exercises and just keep raising the weight. Let me repeat that. That was good, man. So basically, what CZ said is all of the weights you can do with body weight: squats, pull-ups,
Hmm.
push-ups, rows. Against from a door frame. Those same workouts, just keep applying more and more weight.
Exactly.
And that would make it so if you just want to build more volume and not just build more resistance muscles, you can just do more volume like with body weight exercises, and then you can transition if you want to hit more build more muscle, you can start doing those heavier weights at the gym, maybe
Exactly.
even
Same exercise with
mm,
heavier weights.
I love it. I love it. That is genius because
Oh yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
just simplifies everything.
So
Exactly what you're
literally,
doing.
literally.
Yeah. That's genius. So you just progress from body weights, especially if you can't do weights yet. Start slow with the
That's
body
right.
weights. So we're talking about, just to make sure that we're on the same page, push-ups, pull-ups, dips. If you have a chair, you can do dips. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
progress to weights.
Mm-hmm.
Rows, deadlifts. Well, deadlifts, you need some weights always. That might be the only
You
only
can
one.
do to there's pretty much a body weight counterpart to most exercise. So for deadlift, you can do a simple RDL. Like if you maybe you have a gallon of water at home, you can just hold it. You do a little, it's not too heavy, something to get you in it. Something without weight is the single leg RDL. So sometimes they call it the airplane. So you'll be on one leg and you balance the other leg behind you and you open your arms. So you just do the same movement as the deadlift, but on one leg. So this is how you activate your hamstrings. So
Okay.
this is the bodyweight version of it.
So look that up for instructions.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we talked about now the principle. We talked about the mindset. We talked about hitting a minimum daily goal. No, don't miss. You have to build the habit. Same in business. Same thing with going to church, right? If you go consistently, it becomes a habit.
Hmm.
You read books every day, it becomes a habit. Anything that you really want in life, you have to build that habit, or else it's very easy to quit. So we talked about the minimum daily goal. It could be literally jumping rope, riding a bike, going for a walk. As long as you do it daily, you build that habit. Obviously, you should have an optimal goal, right, as well, which is maybe having time to go to the gym, or if you don't have that, body weight exercises. And if you just want to save time, don't want to go to the gym, invest in some dumbbells, a bench, a row, and some dumbbells. And that's pretty much all you need
Literally.
to get that work in. As far as time frame goes, what are some of the things that you think, as far as from what you see, why people don't hit their daily, or not their daily? What are some of the things that you've noticed that people quit on their goals?
Simple one is the title of this episode right here is excuses. You know, if you
Mm,
start making excuses, then you're never gonna do it. If you're waiting for the perfect time to start, you're never gonna start. And that's in everything in life pretty much. So it applies in fitness as well. So if you're waiting for the perfect time for you to start your fitness journey, you probably will never start. Or you will start and stop. That's how it just goes, you know? And excuses in general, you know? Oh, it's not. The weather is not looking good. I don't feel like walking to the apartment gym that is literally less than a minute away. You know, things
I
like this. You know, silly.
I know.
I hear all kinds of silly stuff. Like I know things are hard for everybody. Like we all have like hard days at work, things like this. But at the end of the day, you gotta take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not even gonna be able to have energy to do your job. So you need to take care of your body. And
I
believe it or
agree.
not, fitness is the biggest maintenance you can do for your body.
Fitness is also going to help in business. It's going to help in a lot of things. You're going to be able to play with your kids more, have more energy to be with family.
Hmm.
It is a cornerstone of what I want to accomplish for my goals personally. And if you'd like to take a little challenge today, we're going to be putting a link in the description. We're going to be helping you guys. We're going to be doing this whole thing where we're going to hold everybody here accountable. It's going to be completely free personal training. We're going to be doing the diet, no excuses diet, no excuses workout routine. And later on, we're also going to be doing the community part where we hold each other accountable. This is all going down very soon. The link's going to be in the description. And as an added challenge, hold on, still working this out. If you want to get started ASAP, right after this video, bang out as many push-ups as you can. Nice little goal to hit. I'm probably going to do 40, 50 myself. CZ, I'm sure he's got energy. He's going to bang out 40, 50 himself. Why not? What, you going to watch a movie? Just bang it out while you're doing it. Get started now. No excuses. Thank you, CZ.
Let me show you something before we go.
Sure.
Can you read this?
Oh,
Every day.
nice.
This
Nice.
this never leaves my wrist.
Awesome, man. Shout out, man. I don't know why I named it that, but that's the name I
Right,
went with it. So
right.
at the end of the day, that's exactly what's coming up, right? We have a lot of excuses, shortcuts. We want everything quick. Nothing's going to
Hmm.
come quick, guys. Let's grow together. Let's get fit together. Let's get healthy, man. So
That's right.
appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay tuned for next Friday, Fitness Friday. Monday and Wednesday, I am going to be doing some business and mindset. But stay tuned for sure. We look forward to seeing you guys again.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace out, CZ.